numbers of the politics in Kiambu, the elective seats both in Kiambu and Kisumu County. We now want to switch gears, and of course, as we move on to the party primaries ahead of the elections, quite a number of people are expressing their interest in joining elective politics. Some of those people are entertainers, and now we want to discuss exactly why these individuals have decided to join politics. In studio, we are joined by Sabina Anyango, who is vying for the seat of MCA for Mugumoini Ward in Langata constituency, and also Gilbert Mutumishi, MCA, is an aspirant for the seat of MCA Kabiru Ward in Dagoretti constituency, Dagoretti North. We'll also be joined by Eric Warogo Ndongo, who is vying for the seat of MCA Udhiro Ward, which is in Kabete constituency. Now, let's start off with the lady. Sabina, why exactly did you decide to move to politics?
You see, for me, I don't see it much as politics. People ask me always, why politics? For me, it's a job, and I know I can do this job. I used to be a news anchor, and my vision was not to ask people, what do you want to do for this country? That's why I left that job. My vision was to be asked, what will you bring to the table? So for me, that's why I joined politics, because I see this is something I can do. When I go to the ground, I see this woman, she has dreams. You know, I see her son who's in a matatu being a makanga, and yet he can be an engineer, he can be a doctor. So for me, it's just a vision I have for Mugumoini, and this is just the beginning. Yes, Gilbert Mutumishi, of course, you have a very flourishing career in comedy. Why are you willing to give up that for a stint at the county assembly?
Thank you so much. The reason as to why I went, I don't call it politics, I call it servant leadership, as my name Mutumishi suggests. And being brought up in the slums in Kawangware, Kabiro, in 2013 I had that vision, which I supported the current MCA, but the delivery and how you see the youth, we are so many, and we are unemployed. The way being brought up also by a single parent, you see the way they suffered for us to ensure that we are where we are. So I said no, I can be that change in the society according to what God wants me to do. So that's why I have the ambition, and I believe and trust with the people of Kabiro we will change our society.
Yes, Eric, you also now changing your career to politics.
Yes.
Are you sure this is what you want? Because you've been in entertainment for a long time.
Yeah. Thank you, Fred. First of all, I'd like to agree with my colleagues here that actually what we are bringing in here is not politics. We are just bringing leadership into this. I've been a producer of plays and films for a very long time, and actually what we want to bring in is new leadership. I think we want to make things move. Like Uthiru, I was born there, brought up there, but it's unfortunate to see that the challenges that we used to go through when we were young are still the same challenges that are facing our people there. So we just want to bring in new leadership. We want to change lives, transform people's lives. We want to upbring our youth, our women. We want to empower them, and this thing is lacking, and I think it's just that gap that we want to fill in, because we can't let things just go on like this.
Now that you've made your opening statements, guys, let's be real. Yes, are you saying that the only way to sort out some of these issues that you're raising is only through politics? That being a thespian, being a comedian, or being a news anchor for that matter does not really assist Kenyans? That we do not need these other people? Thespians cannot help us resolve any issues in society. News anchors are not important. A comedian is not important to our society. The only important person is a politician. Is that what you're saying, Sabina?
No, I don't think I've said that, Mr. Indimuli. What I'm saying is...
Is that what you're implying?
No, not at all. What I'm saying is, I feel that with this position, I will have power, and I will use my influence to bring these changes. For example, if I want to build a public toilet for Mugumoini, I can't do it as an actor. And me being an actor has no relation somehow to whether I can be a good MCA or not. So, and I've not stopped being a TV producer or being an actor, because even in Mugumoini I've shot shows where I've used children in Mugumoini, and there's even this lady who once told me, like, you've added value to our lives, and she was so emotional, and I was like, I just put you in a show. But you know, for those people, even in my career, even in like acting, and you know, I can still use that in my position to empower these people.
So you'll still continue acting even as an MCA?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Bwana Gilbert, of course, now being a comedian, will you continue doing comedy once you join the County Assembly of Nairobi?
Exactly. Being a father does not stop you being an MD in a company. So there are two separate things there. And I have to serve my people, and I have to do what God wants me to do. I don't know why this ambition is in me, but I believe and trust through what I've passed through in the slums in Kawangware, Kabiro, prospectively, seeing the women crying out for bursaries, business empowerment, the health facilities, the way they are very poor. Like in Kabiro, we don't have a health facility. So you see these things, and in the county level, we have the disbursement and allocation of funds whereby you have to cater for the people, their needs, the way you give solution to where they are required. I don't want to come up with solutions that I will impose to the society. So I have to sit down with the youths, talk to them, see what they're gifted in terms of talents, in terms of the ideas, and I just want to come in as a catalyst to ensure that what is needed of me and brought to them from the county is given to them. Yep.
Eric, of course, you've been a thespian, a playwright, an actor for a very long time. Are you saying that that does not satisfy you, that probably politics is a remedy?
Well, that satisfies me, and I'm proud because we've brought through very many artists from way before, and they are now doing well. So I can't say that it's not satisfying. It is, but we need to move to the next level. That will go on. People must laugh. We do plays every month. That is going on. But now we want to come in and, as I said earlier, improve lives. We want to go and be the bridge that is lacking in leadership. So I can say that it is satisfying, it has to go on, but we want to bring a breath of fresh air. You see, even in our industries that we've been, we've had networks. We need leaders who have networks. Like me, I've associated with very big companies, and I know I'm going to bring in those people when they are doing their corporate social responsibility, and we are going to bring in resources to our people.
Yes.
And I believe that network is needed.
Okay. Now, of course, this trend where actors and especially people within the entertainment industry are now increasingly moving into politics has been criticized in some quarters. One of those people who has done that is the media personality Caroline Mutoko. Let's hear what she has to say.
Hi. So, yeah, I already went there, so let me just go there. Subscribe. And I'm talking about those of us in the fame space who seem to think that we can take fame into politics. They're two totally different beasts. Let me say this, and please quote me. Fame is not real. Votes are. Fame is not real. You're not famous because you are. You're famous because somebody else thinks you are. Fame lives in other people's heads. Fame is a byproduct of something you do. It's irrational, it's intangible. If you're smart, you capitalize on it. If you're lucky, you capitalize on it in such a way that it continues to grow on itself. But fame is also a monster that you must continue to feed. Because if you don't, it erodes. And what was able to give you 10 shillings or $10 for a piece of apparel that had your face on it automatically becomes $2.
Yes, and the sentiments she expresses there, that simply because you're famous will not necessarily translate in you getting votes. Sabina, apart from your fame, what else are you riding on in terms of your campaigns?
I'm not even riding on my fame because, like I said, my being an actor doesn't really mean I'll make a good MCA. So for me, I want, when you listen to me, remove this mask that you know me. Even when I was watching that video, I removed this mask that the person saying this is Caroline Mutuku, because when I see it's Caroline Mutuku, then I'll just agree, yes, she's right, because she's Caroline Mutuku. But when you see her as just a person talking, then you can see the errors in some of the things she's saying, because she's not an aspirant, she's not an analyst, she was a radio presenter. So somehow it's not to be insultive, but it comes from a point of ignorance, because you don't know where I'm coming from. Look at me as a woman who's vying in this ward where a male MCA has been there for 10 years, and there are a lot of female problems. The maternity ward, I was in the health center, there's no other MCA who has stepped his foot there. How can you be vying for MCA and you've not even gone to the health center? Look at me from a point of whereby I'm seeing these young guys and girls from the ghetto who have no mentor. So once they come from school, they are the people who are now, maybe they go and be makangas. Look at me as a mother, where I know every mother wants their child to be better than them, to come out from this slum, to go till high school. Because some of these women, their children have gaps of 2 years, 1 year, and free education, primary education is not enough. When they go to secondary, they can only afford to maybe take one child to school, and the others have to, sell
but surely, Sabina, your exposure in media, as a journalist, as an actress, surely must have boosted you in terms of now even you viewing yourself as a possible leader, public leader, doesn't it?
It boosts me as how people receive me. It doesn't boost me about how I see myself. I think there's a point she made. You're famous not because of who you are, but what people think you are.
Yes.
So just because people know me from Papa Shirandula or QTV, when I say hi, they will probably stop and say hi. But
is that a plus?
It's a plus, because another aspirant will be like, hey, what do you want from me? And even me being here now, it's because I'm a celebrity. Another aspirant is watching this, wishing he was here with you in Dimuli, but I have that chance, so it's a plus. It is a plus.
Yeah. Gilbert Mutumishi, of course, people know you now. Previously, would you have thought of running for MCA if at all you had not gained success in comedy first?
Very true. The ambition came in 2013. But tulikuwa bado mahustlers. But God was preparing me, like in the Bible. Saul was there, but God was preparing David to be a king. And David, mind you, in the Bible, David was a singer. So this doesn't stop us from doing what is in us. God knows why. And if you see the way the women suffer out there, especially where I come from in Kabiro, the opportunity I've been given by God through my talent, I want to act as a bridge to ensure that these women, they get bursaries in terms of you involve them in what you do to come up with solutions which are facing us. I know I will not please 100%, but of me or with me, if I please 65 out of 100%, I thank God, because in this world you will never please human beings 100%.
Yes.
So this thing is in me, and I know God has reasons as to why these things happen, and they started way back in the Bible.
Yes. Eric, of course, how much of your career in acting and as a thespian plays into you joining politics? How much of that is giving you a push?
My career down the line has given me good leadership qualities, and that is the thing I'm riding on. Of course, let me say this publicity thing is a plus, because it comes with exposure with it, it comes with network with it. So I think we are just, it's a plus. But again, it's not everything. You have to go down to the people, you have to talk to them, you have to relate to them, you have to resonate with them, you have to understand their problems. And as you see, we've all been born and brought up in the various elective wards that we are seeking to represent. So we know their needs. Actually, I've been going through the campaign trail. Like yesterday, I went and found a woman in a village called Getire. She had been locked her house for, and we had to move in. And I'm wondering, these leaders are not in touch with the people. I think the only challenge here is to get in touch with the people. Our roads are badly off. Fred, I can tell you, when I was a small boy, my mother and I used to go to the bus stop with 2 pairs of shoes, one to take you to the stage and one to go to town with. And believe you me, the situation is the same right now.
Okay.
With these rains, the roads are impassable, the health services are poor, our youth are not empowered.
Yes.
That's what we want to bring in, and I can say we want to bring it in a in a small way,
in a very nice, entertaining way.
In a nice, entertaining way.
Okay.
We want to bring it in a small way, improve the sokos, the mamambogas.
Well, because of time, we have to end it there. Thank you so much, Eric Warugu Ndongo, who's of a thespian, a renowned thespian actor. He's been on your TV sets and now he's vying for MCA of Odhiro Ward in Kabete constituency. We've also had in studio Sabina Nyango, who has been an actress, a news anchor, and now vying for MCA Mugumoine Ward, Langata constituency. Also Gilbert Mutumishi, who's a renowned comedian, now vying for MCA Kabiru Ward in Dagoretti North constituencies. Ladies and gentlemen, all the best. We know the entertainment industry is losing out a bit, but hey, if we could gain in any other way, it is welcome. Let's now take a short break. We'll be back with a lot more. The social media panel will be here, but before that, let's take this news update. And I'll just read this statement as from IBC Political.